Hello, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Much Ado About Gaming. My name is Jessa Blackthorne, and welcome to the only thing that happens on Tuesday, but the best thing that happens on Tuesday. So we're cool with that. I hope everyone has had a great couple of weeks. I had to take last week off because I was running into some technical issues. Those are fixed now, I hope. But I'm so excited to be back and hanging out with you, unboxing this wonderful game that I'm so excited to talk about, and that is Sereis. Yeah, so why don't we just dive right in, I guess. I hope everyone's doing well, and let's get started. Real quick, before we start, I just want to mention we're doing something a little bit different today. We're streaming to both YouTube and Twitch. So I've never really done this before, but so if I don't respond to the comments right away, I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm still a little new to it, so please be patient with me. If you do have a question, please feel free to put it in the chat. Type question in all caps, and then what your question is, and I'm gonna try and keep an eye on it. I will figure it out. I am confident in my ability to figure this stuff out for you, because I love you all, and I want to be able to put on a great show for you. Hold on. Alright. Let's get started with unboxing. Sereis from Sereis, it might be Series, Exodus. So, in this game, you are a group of colonists in the far distant future who come from a dead Earth, and that's who the Sereis are. You are the colonists coming from dead Earth are Sereis, and you are threatened by a world-eating force. So you have to design a new, better ark, which is like a ship, for the Sereis to escape to their new homes. It's got a lot going on with it. It's like a drafting game, but also a negotiation game. So there's a couple different elements to this game, and it makes it really interesting. I have read and watched a lot of videos about this game. I have not had a chance to personally play it. As some of you may know, I moved recently, so I still don't have space among the boxes to play this game, but this is like the top of my list for when I do unpack everything, because I really want to play it. It looks really cool. It is out now, so definitely check it out. But why don't we get started with the unboxing? Yeah. Alright. So, first of all, actually, let's talk about this box. It's really, really gorgeous. The art is stunning. The green screen's picking up a little bit of the greens on the box, so that's what you see with the background. But this shine is actually all part of the box. So it's really beautiful. It's gorgeous. This is actually a localization of a French game that was a hit. It's the first time this has been translated into English. It's also really heavy. It's got a lot of great components, so it's good that it's heavy, but it is very heavy. So you can see the sides here with some of the art. And then you've got the top. Wait. See, I'm sorry. I'm holding this very awkwardly. Yesterday was arm day at the gym, and holding up a big heavy box like this after that, not fun. Alright, so let me open this box. This is, beautifully designed, so, I don't want to hurt anything. Shake it. Gosh, okay. So we'll just put this on the floor right now. Alright. So first up in the components, we have this lovely negotiation board. This is the board for the game. It is very large. So, wait, sideways. So this is double-sided, and I'll show you that in a second for the number. God. I hope this is right side up this time. It is. Look at that. I did it. Huzzah. It's double-sided, based on the number of players playing the game at a given time, and I'll show how that looks. So if you see in this corner right here, it has 1 and 2, This means that it's designed for a 2-player game. And then the first side that I showed you has 1, 2, 3, 4. And that means it's for a 4-player game. So the game plays 2 to 4 players. And it's really convenient. You can also use the 4-player side for a 3-player game. So that is that. Of course, we have the rulebook. Beautifully designed. Love the colors on this. I love how, like, saturated everything is. I even love the backside has, like, this is really weird, but it has, like, this tiny little edge detail on it, and I think that's really cool. There's a gorgeous insert, just like last time. You know I love a good insert, and this one has a great insert. And I will show you that in a second. Let me just take everything out so that I can show you one at a time. So in this game, like I said, it's 2 to 4 players. There are 4-player colors. So you have red, yellow, blue, and green. And so you have different sets of components for each player color. And I will show you that. The game also comes with some great reference cards. They explain, like, the types of cards, card effects, a summary of a game turn on the back, and there's, I believe it's two for each player. So this one talks about empty units and vacant crews, and then the different abilities for each cast in the game. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of detail on them, which I think is really helpful, because sometimes I find that reference cards can be a little bit under-detailed, and so I think that, you know, these cards having so much detail on them is really helpful. Because I'm one of those people who, like, when I'm playing a game, I'm just in the rulebook the whole time. I'm, like, holding on to it for dear life while I'm playing. And so to have something that, you know, has a lot of detail on the reference cards and maybe makes me not want to dig into the rulebook so constantly, I think is really nice. So, the game comes with everything in Ziploc bags, and it comes with a lot of extra Ziploc bags, which of course is always a plus for games with a lot of components, and I really like that. So it comes, what it's going to come like, and what I kind of undid before I started the show today, is most of the solid plastic components will come in these, this big ol' acrylic, the acrylic plastic components come in this big Ziploc bag, but they come inside their own tiny Ziploc bags. Of course, I pick up the green one that you can't see. They come in their own tiny Ziploc bags inside the Ziploc bag, so it's like just all of the acrylic components collected there. And then it comes with some extra Ziploc bags as well. I am using them for the ARC cards. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to use them for. That's what I use them for. But there's also, I think they're actually for the tokens, which makes more sense. But yeah, because there's 3 different types of tokens, so that makes more sense. I just used them for the cards because I haven't punched everything yet, so it was convenient at the time. But let's start by showing you the insert. Guys, look at this insert. Look at it. It is so pretty. It is so nice. It is gorgeous. I'm like, there's so much. It looks like the holding bay of a ship. Like, it's so cool. It has the logo right there, front and center. I love art design on an insert. I think that it's such a great opportunity to, like, expand the immersion and the lore of a game, and it's such a simple way to do it. And I know a lot of companies don't because it costs a lot to do, but, like, when you see stuff like this, like, I think it's so nice. So, it's upside down. I'm apparently good at making things upside down today. But, like, you can see, like, it has the title of the game right there. Like, I love it. Love this insert! Thank you, WizKids. And I'm not just saying that because I work for WizKids. Thank you, WizKids, for making such a great insert. Alright, so, first thing I showed you, of course, was the board. It's called the Wing of Whispers Negotiation Board. Let me show you the ARC cards now. I'm kind of going through the components list in order. That way to give you kind of a feel for what everything is if you're looking through the rulebook. If you do want to check out the rulebook, you can head to WizKids.com, and on the boxed strategy games page, you can click on Cedars from Sereis Exodus, and you can see the full rulebook right there online. So feel free to pull that up and follow along with me as I go through these components and show you everything. So the game does have 162 ARC cards. ARC, not art. So temporarily I put them in the Ziploc bags for the tokens. You're not supposed to do that, so don't be me. I just did it so I could put it away real quick and open it up real quick today when I'm showing it to you. But once I punch everything, which I'll probably do during this stream as long as we don't run too long, the tokens go in there. I don't know why that wasn't initially obvious to me, but it's a day. I'm not taking the time change well, clearly. So these are the ARC cards. So the cards are really gorgeous. Like, the art design is so nice. Hold on. I feel always like a beauty YouTuber whenever I do this. And you have that, like, the shiny detailing on. So you can only kind of see it, but like the box, the back of the art cards all have that little bit of shine. I forget what the technical term for it is, but it has that, like, shine detail on the card. So it's, you know, it's got an additional extra finish going on. But there are 162 of these, so I'll just kind of show you. And these will go on the table while you're playing. And they do different things. They have different, you know, abilities. I will say when I opened this up, just the art cards were a little bit stuck together for me. It didn't do anything. Nothing got damaged. They were just, like, I think it was because they're so tightly packed. So just be aware of that. Like, you might think that, like, you just have a giant piece of card, but it's actually a bunch of cards. Just gotta, you know, very, very gently, so you don't hurt your cards, just gotta kind of do that, and they'll come apart really easily. It's really nice. So you'll get these plastic wrapped in 3 sets. So there's this set, and they all start with the Inquisitor. And then this set, and they have colors on them, and yeah. So those are your art cards. I'm gonna, let me move these, and then we'll go on to the next thing. Okay, then you have the secondary crew cards, and the way you differentiate these from the art cards is that they're double-sided. So, you know, you have this, and then this side, and I believe the sides are the same. Yeah. Yeah, so the sides are the same, but they are double-sided, and that kind of helps you differentiate them from the regular art cards. And there's 30 of those, so nice small little stack. I believe these came in their own pile, plastic wrapped, with the reference cards. So just, you know, actually no, they didn't. They came at the back of the art cards, now that I'm remembering. So when you do unbox, just look for where it starts, the cards start to be double-sided, and that way you can separate them out. It's pretty easy. It's pretty convenient. Next up, player aid cards. That's these. Okay, so there are actually 6 of them. I thought there were 8. I can't count. I'm bad at math. Apparently. So yeah, these are the player aid cards. There are 6 of them. Then you have the resource gems. That's these. They are orange, and they are lovely. And they are not candy. Don't eat them. I always see these, and they always remind me of rock candy, so I'm always like, wow, you know, I want to play a game with, like, rock candy using this and just eat them when I'm done. That'd be super fun. But yeah, so there's your resource gems. Let me get them in my hand so I can show you a little bit better. If the bag wants to open. There we go. So yeah, you can see just a nice orange gem. Very pretty. So those are the resource gems. And there's 45 of those. Next, we have the ability tokens, which are one of the things you have to punch. Hold on. So there's 2 different types of ability tokens in this game. There are Mutagen Tokens and there are Jailer Tokens. So the Mutagen Tokens are these ones across the top. They have the little biohazard symbol on them. So that's those. And then the Jailer Tokens are these, like, orangey yellow ones. And it looks like a resource token in jail. That's the Jailer Token. So you have that. Influence markers. Cool. So next up is the influence markers. These come on a slightly thicker board that you have to punch, so they are thicker, so just be aware of that when you're punching. It's like, yeah, you can kind of see how compared to how thin these are. So just be aware of that. So these are the the influence markers. They're double-sided, green on one side, reddish-orange on the other. And then we have the turn tokens, so we're going to go back over to this board. So this little triangle here is the turn token. You also have the airlock tiles, which are these on either side, and these are also used for the airlock tiles, these little rectangle things. So those are your airlock tokens, and then the turn token, of course, marks whose turn it is. Now we're going to go on to the per player components, which, first thing we're going to, so I'm going to talk about the personal board last, so I'll talk about these in a minute, because there's something I want to get into with them and explain to you all. So we'll talk about that in a second. Where is the prestige point marker? I apparently unboxed everything so chaotically that I can't find what I'm looking for. Okay, well, wait, is it this? I'm losing my mind. Okay, so you have a prestige point marker. I can't find mine, I'm sorry. It's somewhere. But let's talk about the negotiators, and maybe I'll find it while I'm digging. So you have these little acrylic circle things, which are negotiators. So you actually will attach stickers to them. There's two sides for stickers, so there's these, and there's these. So you attach a sticker to the front and the back of each of these for each player. So there's that. And then you also have, and there's these for every color, so there's green ones that you, again, I keep holding up the green thing first, like you can see it. There's the blue ones, and the yellow ones. Here are the prestige point trackers. I knew I had them somewhere. So these are for marking your prestige points. They're little tiny acrylic circles. I'll pull one out, not the green one. So you got this. These are to mark your prestige points, and there's one for each player color. And then there's the bag. I'm trying to put everything away so I don't have to clean up a mess after the show. See, I think. And then you have these influence cubes, so they're like this, and I will. So they're just these tiny little cubes, and you use these to mark influence. And now let's talk about the player boards, because they're really cool, guys. They're so cool. So the player boards are made of the same thicker cardboard that were for the influence markers, these. But these are actually, I just discovered something, I'm sorry. But these are actually made of, like I said, a thicker cardboard. I'm sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. You discover an exciting thing about a game and then you get really excited. So this is the back side of what they look like, and then the front side, there's one for each player color. See, red, and again I went for the green first. And as I just discovered, I don't know why I didn't realize this before, they flip open. So when you get this, you kind of have to punch everything out of the center because things are placed inside. And I'll show you what punching that looks like. I punched all of these without realizing that it opened. Don't be me. I was going to show you how to punch it on the blue one, but it's actually a lot easier to punch than I expected. So this is what it looks like unpunched with the top unpunched. There's also bits here that you need to punch out as well. I just didn't do that. but you just open it up, see, and then you can see underneath, and then that shows you the different kind of factions. But yeah, so you just punch out that way, and then punch, and then punch, and then voila, you can see through it. So it lets you place stuff kind of inside, which makes it a little bit more convenient, I guess. I really like it. I think that's pretty cool. So let me punch out the rest of it so you guys can see. Like, I can't get over the production value on this game. We've been working on this game for a long time. I remember when we first announced it, and I was so excited for it, but it took a really long time. And I can, like, really see where we really wanted to take the time with production on this and make it really great, because it is, like, there's so much detail, everything's gorgeous, like, a lot of the art, I mean, I think almost all of the art that we used is actually the same art from the original edition, but in terms of making the components really right and really high quality, it's fantastic. So it's really easy to punch. Everything is super convenient. Almost done punching, and then I will show you. And that's what it looks like punched. So you can see it unfolds, it opens. It's very nice. And again, you have the back that looks like that. And the backs of each board actually also correspond with the player color, so it makes it a lot easier and quicker to grab everything when you start the game. So why don't we real quick just hang out, and I will punch the rest of these components for you and show you what everything looks like. Ah, the insert's so nice. Please buy this game, it's so nice. I'm a big small box gamer, so most of my collection is like small box games with like not super high production value, just because I really enjoy like more party style games personally. And so whenever I see a game that has really, really good production value, I get really excited. Like I am now. So this is what the influence markers look like punched. So they're super thick. They're hard to miss. These are actually they're not like easy to break, but they're tougher to punch than I expected, so I am not going to punch the whole board because it'll take me too long. But yeah, so that's what they look like punched. And then of course you have the mutagens. Super quick to punch. Very easy. They are also, by the way, double-sided. That's what the back looks like. Oh, I held those very awkwardly. That's what the back looks like, guys. So I love a game that's nice and easy to punch. When a game has a lot of components to punch, like, the quicker and easier it is to punch them, the better. So I really like that about this game. Like, I've spent, 3-4 hours punching a big game before, and while that is part of the experience, it's not necessarily the most fun part, so when, things are super quick and easy to punch like this is, it's nice. It's a nice relief, from those more complex games. So, this is the player turn marker thing. I'm so bad at knowing the names of stuff. I could know the names of everything and just forget as I'm talking. So that's the other side. I keep putting things in the box and then being like, no, I shouldn't do that. Alright, and then this is part of the airlock tile stuff. This is the big airlock tile. But yeah, that is Cedars from Sereis Exodus. To kind of give you a sense of how the game plays just really, really quickly. Your objective, you are the representative of different castes, and you're trying to design, like I said, an arc so that you can evacuate the colonies that are threatened by the big evil phenomenon called the Black Force. Each player has negotiators, which is what those the circles with the stickers, whose influence is used to buy plans of unit modules to be built and to recruit crews to operate them. And then after 4 full turns of negotiations and integrations, the Order, who have summoned you to create this arc, will choose the most promising arc for immediate production, which basically just translates to the player with the highest score in their arc wins the game. So like I said, I have not had a chance to play this yet. I will be playing it very soon, I hope. Unpacking is almost done. But I am so thrilled by the components in this. It's so nice. The insert's so nice. The quality of everything is like A+. I cannot recommend this enough. This is Cedars from Sereis Exodus. It plays 2 to 4 players ages 14 and up in about 2 hours, and it is $74.99. Available at your friendly local game store or online. I highly recommend picking it up. Everything between the art and the components and the insert is awesome, top notch. Love it. Feel free, if you're curious, to check out the rulebook on WizKids.com. Head to Boxed Strategy Games and you'll find it on the Cedars from Sereis Exodus page. Definitely check it out. If you have any questions about the game, feel free to reach out to WizKids on social media. We are WizKids Games on Twitter and I believe Instagram as well, and WizKids on Facebook. And then if you would like to follow me on social media, I am at @the_Blackthorne, Blackthorne with an E. At the end, on Twitter and Instagram, Jessa Blackthorne on Facebook. I hope you will follow me. That would be very lovely. Do check out V's show Wednesdays at noon, so tomorrow. She has some pretty cool stuff going on with Warlock tiles to show you tomorrow that looks amazing, and I can't wait for her to show you guys because it's really cool. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. Noodles, of course, is our penguin mascot. I have not mentioned him today, but he is in the corner here taking a nap. He is also excited for Cedars from Sereis Exodus, so he's excited to play it as well. I hope everyone's doing well, staying safe and healthy, and yeah, have a wonderful week. I will see you next week, hopefully for another unboxing, maybe something else, we'll find out. And yeah, bye everyone!